Good evening. Welcome to our Sunday night Zoom Dhamma session. So we'll begin with some quiet meditation. So please find a comfortable position for yourself. On a chair, on the floor, either is okay. Even though your posture as you sit meditation plays an important role. It's good to sit up straight. It's good to have a firm posture where you can maintain that posture for a period of time. But having said all that, the important thing is actually you're training your mind. You're training the mind to bring up this quality of knowing or awareness. So if you, having established your posture, close your eyes and for the purpose of this meditation, I'll talk about the breath. So using the breath as an object to develop awareness. Try and find the sensation or the feeling of the in-breath, perhaps at the tip of the nostrils. And if it helps, take some deep breaths so that you really feel the breath, where it is, what it feels like. Take some deep breaths in. Feel the lungs swelling. Feel the abdomen rising with that in-breath. Notice the abdomen falling, the lungs deflating and the air from the body going out at the tip of your nostrils. So a very simple object of mind, simple sensation, and the aim is to know it, to keep it in mind, develop this quality of knowing, which we call sati sampajanya, mindfulness, clear comprehension. It really means the knowing or the awareness of the mind. And you're learning to improve it and be with it by putting your attention on the breath. So it's nothing you have to go elsewhere to find. There's no secret to the practice of mindfulness meditation or developing this awareness. You have it already. It's just it's not well developed. When our ability to be aware of things is not well developed, we tend to run after objects of mind. So thoughts, feelings and emotions, imagination, and of course we often are going out through our senses. Our mind goes through the eyes into seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Now we're just training the mind to know one particular thing, the breath. As we do that, you're putting your attention on the feeling of the in-breath, the out-breath. At first you might find it quite difficult because your awareness is not continuous. And you're with the breath for a few moments and then you're lost in your next train of thought that comes up. The thoughts that come into the mind as we're meditating, they're just old karma giving its results. By and large, it's habitual thought, stuff that's come up before, a lot of it. It pops into your awareness And if you're not careful, it takes you away from the present moment, from the breath. So the challenge in the beginning of meditation is just to be patient enough and put enough effort in to keep bringing your attention back to the breath, to know the breath. But as these other thoughts and moods, trains of thought, moods, feelings arise, you don't have to do anything particular with them. Just try and maintain the knowing, the awareness. And you'll begin to see that they're all temporary. Like clouds passing through the sky. They just come into the mind, partly through memory, partly triggered by particular things, different sensations and so on. But they arise and then they pass away again. That's going on all the time, whether we realize or are aware of it or not. But now you are practicing awareness using the breath. You probably can't fail but to notice thoughts arising, ceasing, sensations in your body arising, ceasing, some pleasant, some unpleasant. You hear sounds, but they come to your ear and then they fade away again. So you don't have to react to everything, but just know it. Know the thoughts. Even if you have a lot of thoughts and you're not feeling very peaceful, just know that, today I'm not peaceful, thinking a lot about a certain issue. You still make the effort to come back to the breath over and over again. But don't be concerned if you do have a lot of thoughts and you're easily distracted. It's just reminding you that you still have to practice, you still have to train. So try and keep an even mind and a good attitude as you're training your mind to be aware, to know the breath. It's so easy to become annoyed with yourself because your awareness is easily shaken, easily distracted, and then we get annoyed that we're not achieving what we hope to achieve, we're not peaceful, we haven't attained any states of samadhi. It's very easy to become disappointed because the mind is restless and our ability to pay attention and be mindful is weak. But really you just need to come back and keep practicing. Be patient with whatever your mind is experiencing. Try to know it, try to be aware, but don't create more suffering out of what you're experiencing. Just try to note what's going on. And come back to the breath as your anchor when you can. You should find sometimes your mind is able to stay with the breath, be aware of the in and out breath more and more for periods of time. And both mind and body will settle down, feel more relaxed, more at peace, more easy. You may even find a certain level of joy or happiness arises as your mind is settling down. And as your mindfulness, your awareness becomes more continuous on the breath, that's a skill that you can practice daily. You might find that you can more quickly let go of different mental defilements rooted in greed, anger, delusion, different thoughts and moods that confuse you, distract you. Over time, practicing more, you'll find you can let go of them more easily. And you might experience longer periods where you're with this awareness, just knowing the body, the breath, knowing the thoughts that come and go, but not getting involved with them. You find there's a lot of peace that comes with just knowing things. You may not be able to stop thoughts arising, but you can be aware of them, and you can know that they're impermanent, they arise, they pass away. You might realize that as long as you maintain this awareness, go into the breath over and over again, all the different thoughts, moods, memories, painful feelings in the body and so on, can't really bother you because you're aware. You keep establishing this awareness over and over again, and these things won't bother you. They may still come up, but they don't bother you. It's a bit like when you're out in the bush in the summer, either hiking or working or gardening or something. And there's a lot of flies around. Maybe at first they bother you. Every little fly landing on your skin annoys you, irritates you, makes an itch. But as you keep walking or keep working, after a while you don't notice the flies anymore. They're still there, but they don't bother you. And you're more interested in whatever else you're doing. So if you keep practicing, then you might find the breath becomes a little more interesting. You feel more relaxed. And the thoughts and the memories still come up, but they don't bother you. So for the next few minutes, we'll just practice quietly. I'll stop speaking, and you can keep practicing till you hear the sound of the bell.